this is Max Yacker. This is for the old school project for Mr. Goldman's class. My old school project was over a span of 4 weeks to look through the different jobs in the film industry, starting with week 1, directors. You always see the director in the credits, directed by Steven Spielberg, directed by Quentin Tarantino, etc. But what exactly do they do? Now that's a question that I've been asking myself for a few minutes, and what I've come to realize after researching said question is that the director is basically the head of the whole film. He makes sure that all the cast and characters are doing exactly what they should be doing. If they're standing in the wrong place, then he moves them to where he feels would be a better area to increase the flow and or the drama of the scene. He watches the editing process and makes sure that everything is up to his gold standard. This is for week 2 of the old school project for stuntmen. Now, what exactly is a stuntman? In simple terms, it's someone who's hired for a film who generally looks like the main character and that is hired to do incredibly dangerous things that the main actors would not have the proper training to do. But it's a bit more complicated than that. See, a stuntman isn't just supposed to act. A stuntman risks his life for the sake of our recreation. Being a stuntman also requires a lot of training. They have to go through rigorous plans to get in shape and to have the proper acrobatic skill. A stuntman doesn't just act in the film and do the dangerous stunts. A stuntman can also be hired for camera use, like the following scene from the film Furious 7, where a camera is attached to a few stuntmen and they jump out of the plane with the cars. For week 3 of the old school project, I researched actors. Vin Diesel, Robert De Niro, Anthony Hopkins, just to name a few. These are all very well-known people because they've starred in incredibly popular movies, such as Fast and the Furious, Sounds of the Lambs, and Cape Fear, respectively. There are more Academy Awards for acting than there are for any other categorical type of movie job, like direction, cinematography. An actor's main job is to read the script that he's given, or he could go ahead and wing it, and he's supposed to encompass the personality of the character he's playing. Such as the following scene from the movie The Dark Knight, which has what is considered some of the best acting ever performed by Heath Ledger as the Joker.
You let 5 people die. Then you let Dent take your place. Even to a guy like me, that's cold.
Where's Dent?
Those mob fools want you gone so they can get back to the way things were. But I know the truth. There's no going back. You've changed things. Forever.
And why do you want to kill me?
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. You talk like one of them. You're not. Even if you'd like to be.
This is for week 4 of my project, and I researched producers. Now, producers could have one of the most essential jobs in the film because they're the people who actually get it off its feet and take an idea and turn it into a fully fledged project. A producer can have a ton of jobs, or he could have a very minute amount of say in a project. He can be from the guy who says, hey, I've got this small idea, and then he can turn it into something real, or he can be the person who takes over everything. He says, hey, why don't we do something about this in very specific order and manner? And he hires the directors, he finds a cast, sit down with a writer and say what he has for an idea, and the writer can flesh it out better into like words and dialogue.